What the fuck is going on in the world? Well, we take a look at the top 10 most popular movie trailers of 2018. And in other news, YouTube's 2018 Rewind, their retrospective of their best YouTube creators for this year, has officially become the most disliked video in the history of YouTube. All that and more on The Johnny Massacre Show. I really hate YouTube. I just want to make my videos and be left alone, but I always feel like YouTube is some overbearing parents who are always tutting at you and looking down their nose at you and telling you you need to improve and you should do this and you should do that. Why the fuck are YouTube the moral arbiters of the world? They're a big fucking tech company. It's not their right or responsibility to try to lecture us. And it's kind of scary how the way that YouTube's rules work almost subverts the laws of the real world. They can actually remove people from existence, people who are making a living on YouTube. If they don't like what they're doing for whatever reason, they'll just brand it as hate speech and get rid of them. That's why everyone hates YouTube. They're such a meddling, nasty company. Who knows how far they're going to go with it? Unfortunately, pretty much all the major big tech companies in the world are like YouTube. They're all cunts. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, Nike, Apple, they're all lefty wankers who are going up their ideological arses and trying to impose their weird rules upon you. And what I've said is in effect with YouTube's Rewind 2018 video where they look back on the year, and it's fucking weird. So let's just take a little look at this, shall we? Let's watch it together. Who's this? Oh, it's a famous actor we paid a lot of money to so everyone likes us. Will Smith. This is so fucking fake, mate. This is YouTube. People come here for real content, a bit of substance. They don't want all this aesthetic bullshit. They don't want all this overproduced nonsense. But if you thought that was overproduced, you ain't seen nothing yet. Look, we've got minorities, blue-haired feminists and green-haired cuckaducks.
You said jumpin' music?
Jumpin' music.
Oh my god, this is like... Oh god, it's so political, isn't it? It's so fucking political and so sugar-coated and so like this weird socialist utopia that YouTube's desperately trying to create. If YouTube and liberals got their way, this is what the world would be like. Pushing along a shopping cart with two fucking green-haired feminist tosspots. Like, seriously, what is even going on? Who the fuck are these people? I've never seen one of these people before. And yet these are supposed to be the main creators of YouTube. Where the fuck is PewDiePie? Who's like pretty much the most subscribed YouTube account on YouTube. Definitely the most popular YouTuber. Where the fuck is PewDiePie? He's not there because YouTube doesn't agree with his political stance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why YouTube is failing, and in particular this video. If you don't believe me, have a look at this. 10 million thumbs down. The previous record was held by Justin Bieber's Baby, and that took 8 years to accumulate 10 million thumbs down. This has managed that rather unfortunate accolade in the space of about 7 days, 1 fucking week. So that is hilarious. YouTube's retrospective, just shedding light on how dishonest and fake they are, trying to create this weird, twisted, utopian view of the world. This is what YouTube's really like. We're all friendly and nice. Please vote liberal, please vote left. It's so bizarre. Stop with this political diversity, intersectional political nonsense, YouTube. It is just fucking cringeworthy. Okay, so also today we're going to look at the most popular trailers of 2018 in the movie world. So can you guess what these are? What do you think is the most popular YouTube trailer? Well, At number 10, we've got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Number 9, Aquaman from DC. No Disney films yet in sight. Number 8, Disney rears its monstrous Hydra-like head, the first of many. Lion King, official teaser trailer. Lion King was on this show. It looked all right. CGI, they pumped a lot of coinage into that, but it doesn't look all that good. The line still looks fake. Number 7, more Disney shenanigans. Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. That's a really bad title. Look, I shouldn't knock it if I haven't seen it, but that just sounds like some kiddie bullshit. Number 6, Halloween, the horror franchise, making a comeback. It just won't die like the antagonist of the film. Number 5, Deadpool. Well, that's now owned by Disney because Fox has been bought by Disney, so expect that to go down the tubes. Number 4, The Incredibles. Again, I've never seen The Incredibles, but it's one of those things. I hate the aesthetic. Look at the art style. You've got a desperate Dan-looking cunt at the back and some incredibly annoying-looking kids. No, thank you. Number 3, Marvel Studios, Captain Marvel, Social Justice Fuckfest. Number 2, Venom. That had a terrible story, but they really portrayed the Venom character well. I actually kind of enjoyed that movie much more than I thought I would. And number 1, Marvel's The Avengers. And look, Disney are much like YouTube. They're kind of far left liberal nutters who want to tell you how to live, who want to tell you how to think, who want you to be politically correct. Who wants to be politically correct? Who wants to follow political dogma by the rule makers who are living it cushy in a nice part of town, making those rules to fuck the little people? Who wants to follow that bullshit? Disney does. So every single Disney film you get is going to be slightly watered down, slightly insipid, playing it safe, nothing cool, nothing edgy, none of that shit. Disney owns everything. Most of the top trailers of 2018 were by Disney, as you can see there. And most of the top franchises are by Disney. Disney left, right and centre. They've even got Fox. They've even got X-Men. They've even got Aliens. They've got all that shit. It's just going to be more bullshit movies. So I'm getting really sick of this Disney crap and liberal politics infecting media. Get woke, go broke, but Disney aren't. They're still making shitloads of money. How do I know Disney is still making shitloads of money and they're going to be around for a long time yet, unfortunately? Well, have a look at this article. Disney again makes history with takings above $7 billion for 2018. I mean, they're not Apple status. Apple made like $58 billion in the same year, but still. Japan Today says Walt Disney Studios is again ending the year on a high note, posting more than $7 billion in global box office earnings thanks to hits such as Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War. So, yeah, Disney are not going away. It's weird because it's amazing they can make all these different stories for all these different characters and actually make them coherent, whereas other movie production companies try to make just one standalone movie and can't do it. But at the same time, it's just so political and, as I said, it's insipid and it doesn't take many risks. It's a bit safe. All the best Disney films that made Disney into the company it is today were a little bit edgy. I mean, was E.T. Disney? Surely that's Disney. If it's not, I look like a right twat. I don't know. It's Universal. They have some relation with Disney, don't they? But, okay, so look at the original Disney animations, right? Pinocchio, they've got that scene where he gets corrupted by all those, like, gangsters, and he's basically smoking weed. He's smoking a cigar, but it's a metaphorical roll-up of weed, a spliff. And he's all tripped out, and he's all crazy and shit. And Bambi, his mum gets fucking shot. Or his mum gets shot right at the beginning of the movie. They'd never do that now. They kind of play it way too safe. So Disney needs to go back to their fucking roots and start shaking it up a bit. But I'm not going to hold my fucking breath. Not for 1 second. There's other random news such as leopard kills Indian Buddhist monk meditating in forest, but who gives a fuck about that? Pharrell Williams is going to have to pay $5 million because the song he made with Robin Thicke called Blurred Lines ripped off Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up. $5 million fucking dollars. Is that how much money he made off that tune? That's fucking amazing. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today. The only other thing I saw in the news was PewDiePie, and this is coming from a liberal website, The Verge. PewDiePie gives shout out to hateful anti-Semitic YouTube channel, ER's channel. So PewDiePie just like co-signed some YouTuber, some YouTuber called ER. And this website, The Verge, is making out like, oh my God, PewDiePie's a racist. You know why The Verge is fucking pissed with PewDiePie? Because he's got way more subscribers than they could ever dream of having. They're trying to tear him down. So anyways, I went to this channel that PewDiePie co-signed that apparently is all like racist and stuff. And it's actually really funny. It's very nerdy. You have to, if you're not always watching these YouTubers with these jump cuts and kind of quasi-comedic camera zooms at inappropriate kind of jerky, jolty moments, then you might be a bit put off by it. But if you give it some time and you kind of get into the guy's narration, which is a little bit mumbly, it's pretty funny. Not least because he hates all the social justice and he's a bit rebellious, and it's a bit of a backlash against all that. He reviewed Blade Runner and he made some good points about it. This article on The Verge, who's caning PewDiePie for co-signing this guy or this channel ER, highlighted a particular video which is supposed to be anti-Semitic. Have a look at it here. This is a bit weird, by the way.
Holy shit, Sugar, this is getting a little dark. But in spite of this scene, the show is apparently teaching kids the wonders of consent. Because as this comment so wonderfully...
Wow, that's on the nose.
There are little boys the world over who never learn not to. Rape. So it's a beautiful thing, really, to teach kids how to properly consent to. Rape. Because otherwise, how would the kids...
This guy's very in your face, not politically correct and irreverent. So he's just pretty funny. He's trolling and he's trying to trigger people like Verge who like lap that shit up. They can't take a joke. But in this video, ER's talking about how a lot of the left-wing mainstream media are trying to get children to understand consent so they don't contribute to this invisible rape culture that's basically a straw man by feminists as an excuse to hate men. And he's saying that's kind of sick because you don't want to be teaching children about consent. They shouldn't even be thinking about that shit. But this is, again, some liberal kind of ideology where they sexualize kids and stuff. So, you know, I'm on ER's side with that. You shouldn't be teaching kids about consent when they're like 5 years old. I don't think so anyways. But yeah, so I guess this episode is just a rant against the kind of toxic left-wing culture in a lot of the media today, and how the old school media, newspapers and print, and even the old school websites, they're really, really angry and hateful of the neutral or non-political, irreverent YouTubers who actually make the best content, to the point where YouTube won't even support the people who are the lifeblood of their channel. What a fucked up world we live in. Anyways, let's talk about another fucked up world. My world and my life. I was on girlfriend duty yesterday. My girlfriend's the latest person in the world, rocks up well late. Quite a good crack though, it was a good time. She left her fucking guitar here though. She wants to be famous, so she was like, can you make me a song? I was like, yeah, I'll make you a fucking song. And I made her a fucking song in 5 minutes. And she was like, what? How did you do that so quickly? I was like, I'm a music producer, girl. I also pulled some tracks out of the vault that I've had on the lock and key. And she was like, that's not by you. That doesn't sound like you. I was like, yeah, baby. I got some crazy shit on the back burner. So that was cool. You know, if my girlfriend's into music, it's just an excuse for me to keep making music on the sly and not have to do anything or go on any dates. Yeah. And that's about it, really. Still waiting for my 2.5 grand haul of cables to come, Pro Audio cables, and I'm still about to pull the trigger on my next piece of audio hardware. And other than that, I'm going to hit the hay. It's going to be a busy fucking day tomorrow. And yeah, I will be seeing you on Friday for the last Johnny Massacre show in the week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button, hit subscribe, because that's what all those other cunts tell you to do. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Love ya.